Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris, the Overlord DLC series. I'm your host, Colors Fade. This is episode 3. This episode was previously streamed and recorded on Twitch. Gomezia. Okay. You're looking alright here, my friend. You've got enough amenities. You're looking good. I'm going to have you build a research lab. Hopefully, you'll get some more people there. Starbase upkeep reduced by 20%. I'm going to do that. It's going to get us our first ascension perk. Lord of War. Mercenary Enclave capacity +1. Diplomatic weight from fleet power +25%. Mercenary enclaves under our patronage pay more frequent dividends. That's really interesting. Interstellar Dominion. Technological ascendancy, of course. One vision. Same. Monthly unity. Pop amenity usage down and governing ethics attraction up. Monthly unity goes up. Mastery of nature. Yeah. Imperial prerogative. Empire size from planets -50%. That seems significant, but I have a feeling we're going to be going over sprawl and that. I'm not sure how much of a difference that'll make. Edicts Fund +120. Transcendent Learning and Shared Destiny. Available envoys +2. Your subjects do not suffer monthly loyalty penalties from you having multiple subjects. Okay. The Colossus Project. Engineering, yeah, all that stuff's the same. That's good. World Shaper. Climate Restoration. Defender of the Galaxy. Grasp the Void. Eternal Vigilance. Voidborn, Master Builders, yeah, all that stuff that I desperately want. This one, I gotta learn more about this, and I'm not gonna... Yeah, Steve, the stream's gonna get saved. I announced that at the very beginning, but I'll refresh it here. I'm going to take this stream and cut it up into 45-minute segments and put it on YouTube. So, yep, you will absolutely be able to watch this later. And thank you for stopping by. That's awesome. Some say war is bad for business. I gotta learn more about this mercenary enclave thing because I gotta figure out how that works. But it's not gonna be something I'm gonna do on this stream, I don't think. So we're gonna go for technological ascendancy, which is the normal for me. Verge is here. Verge. Good to see another person in the chat. That's nice. All right, unemployed person over here. Let's do mining mostly on this planet. You're gonna have to build another one of these too. And then Meneth, which is turning out to be mostly a food planet. You need some happiness. So we're not even gonna fool around. You need the new Holo theaters. Besides, there's some good movies coming out, so you guys should watch them. Okay, salvage the gas giant ship. Oh, yeah. No, we're not going to do that. I don't like messing with those guys. I'll take the influence instead. The gas giant ship. Yeah, no. Now that I know how that plays out, it's like, never again. Declare rivalry. Diplomatic communications from them. Let us end this charade. Oh. Guys, come on. We don't need to be going to war with each other right away. It's not necessary.
Construction complete.
We're gonna see if
Construction complete.
we're gonna see if the AI gets really abusive here. That's one of the things I've noticed about a lot of 4X games that decide to make the AI better, is that they tend to also make them much more hostile. That's what happened with Galactic Civ 3, and it was kind of a big disappointment. Communications established from these guys. Democratic Crusaders. Hey, now fanatic egalitarian. We're friends. We should be friends. All right, we should be friends. You guys. Yes. We should be friends. Improve relations. We could end up being in a federation together, you and me. These guys are slaving despots. They're boo. They're boo. So we're gonna go try to choke them off up here. Boo, I say, boo. You
System survey
guys,
complete.
let's see. I got another science ship headed over in that direction to do that. So why don't you move here? What are you doing? You're doing these hard projects. Research those. Mineth. Mineth has a little arrow. Capitol building is ready to be upgraded. Oh, great. Yes. Excellent.
Construction complete.
It's been so long since I played the game, I couldn't remember what that arrow was for.
Construction
Wow.
complete.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna make you guys build Starbase Air for 67. After that, we'll get this whole area filled in here.
Anomaly
Meanwhile,
found.
there's a habitable planet over there. There's a habitable planet over there, and there's some gas here, and there's something over here. That's the Provalgavor. Make this stuff pronounceable, guys. Come on.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
The names of fantasy and science fiction races don't have to be tongue twisters. We really do want to know how to pronounce this stuff. Food from farmers.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Okay. Oh, and that reminds me, we need to be making robots. Fleet command limit unlocks the destroyer. Yeah, we're kind of gonna need that like right away, aren't we? Let's get that. Yeah, so on our home planet, you're building a city district, which is great. We're gonna be putting robots on that planet next in 88 days. 88 days around the world. Or no, it was around the world in 180 days, wasn't it? Fossils discovered on Gomesia. Well, that's fun. Oh, cool. So we get... Where's my archaeology team? Right there. What are you doing? Investigating... Where are you located at? Right there? Lemsa? Okay. I got a different plan for you. You're going to excavate this site. Somebody else can go do that research there. Yeah, 180, Verge says. Okay, that's one of those things from my childhood. My childhood was a long time ago. So, gene clinics. Pop growth speed. Yes. I want that, and I need the robots. So, let's do one of those and another city and put the robots down.
System survey complete.
Around the world in 180 days. Now you can do it in a couple of hours. Survey the system. Actually, if you're up in the International Space Station, how long does it take to go around? Is it a half an hour to go around the Earth?
System survey complete.
All right, so you, same story. Yeah, let's build robots first. You guys are roughly working in our favor here. Roughly, I say. Meanwhile, how big are you now that you have all 20?
Complete.
Fleet stats, passive. We'll put you on aggressive for now.
Complete.
You're how big? How strong? How strong? What is it? Military fleet. 763. So we can go take those amoebas out. All DLCs purchased. All the major ones are purchased, Steve. There's a couple of species packs I don't have, and that's it. But all the other DLCs, yes. Everything that you would call a DLC. I got Origin or Overlord. It's the most recent one, so yeah. Everything. First contact with the Riggin Commerce Exchange. Yep. So over here, you can do some research. And over here, you should grab in this direction. We can choke point over here. We're at 97. We're about to start getting our first penalties. You guys found some science there. That's great. You have no more orders. Okay. What are the odds that you can get over there and survey that system? I don't want to kill the amoebas, but I think we should. We have an available leader, so because what I want to do is go over here. Colony development speed.
Construction
research output.
complete.
When you take break for Stellaris, I uninstalled the game. I never uninstalled it, but I took a break, a long break. Obviously, if you've been watching the channel on YouTube, you know that Elden Ring occupied a lot of my time. That was a game that I never thought I would play, and I ended up loving. So I think that's kind of a great example of the power of gaming sometimes, to get outside of our genre or outside of our comfort zone and find something that we absolutely fall in love with. And of course, Old World came out, and that has been wonderfully fun to play. That has quickly become my favorite Civ style game ever.
Construction complete.
Dune Spice Wars is something I definitely want to play. Oh, the Rayan regime has grabbed the game assistant. Dune Spice Wars is something I totally want to play, yes. I haven't been playing because it's early access, and I'm still trying to decide how I feel about early access games. I grabbed Baldur's Gate 3, and it's still in early access, and it probably will be for a lot longer, because I love what Larian did. Larian Studios did with Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2. And I really did like what I played of Baldur's Gate 3, but since it's in early access, they're releasing updates so frequently.
Initiating tactical.
And so since they're doing that, since they're releasing so many updates so frequently, and a few of those updates, they had to release a disclaimer that said, listen, your save game isn't going to work. You're going to have to start over. And I think after about the first or second time that happened, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to wait for the full game, because I want to play it all in one go and be able to experience it that way. Well, that's the thing. I mean, yeah, it's buggy. Exactly. Dune Spice Wars is buggy because it's in early access. That's the thing. So when it comes to an early access game, I'm not going to play it unless the developer sends me a key and says, can you give us feedback? Which is exactly what happened with Terra Invicta, which I just got a key for this week. It's from Hooded Horse. It's the same studio that made Old World. And they said they sent an email out, they sent me a key, and they said it's in a very early state. There are crashes, there are bugs, but you're free to post content and do whatever you want with it. And I was like, fantastic. I'm probably going to spend a good chunk of tomorrow playing Terra Invicta, and probably this next week, and just trying to get my head wrapped around it. And if it looks really, really cool, which I kind of think it does right now, and I kind of trust Hooded Horse after Old World, I'm pretty excited about what Terra Invicta could be. So there's a good chance that some of that content's going to end up on my channel. Steve, when it comes to the AI, Steve is saying, if one of the houses goes to win, other houses let him win. Perfect AI. He's talking about Dune Spice Wars. AI is the hardest thing to write in video games, and it is the thing that I expect to be the most broken when a game is in early access. So I don't worry about that. Again, it's early access. I expect them to hash all of that stuff out in time, and that's why I'm not going to play it in early access, because Dune for me is very special as a property. I read the first Dune book when I was 14. I named my daughter Jessica, specifically because of the Lady Jessica. I remember playing the very early versions of the Dune RTSs back in the 90s, and I loved them. So I'm really hoping that Spice Wars ends up being awesome, and that's why I want to wait till it's a final polished game so I can play it and have a great time with it. I trust them to make a great game. Lots of games can be fun in multiplayer. Absolutely. Yeah. I just don't have a lot of time to play multiplayer games. So what do we got going on here? It said, oh, Space Amoebas are over here. Okay. So you guys lost 3 ships. I'm going to repair that, and I'm going to reinforce the fleet, and I'm going to go take these Space Amoebas out so that this bloke over here He's gonna go survey some stuff. All right, I'm gonna get back on this. I love the interaction, though. I love when you guys ask questions. This makes it so much more fun. He can't go over there. Okay, hold on. They're gonna go this way. Here's what's gonna happen. The science ship can't go over there because the last time there was something in here, it was the space amoebas, and that's our last AI. That's our last intel update. So you got to go send a fleet on ahead of them to verify that there's no more amoebas here before you can send your science ship out there. And that's fine. I want my science ship to go out here and grab all of this. So I'm cool with that. And we'll build an observation outpost. We're getting, this is really cool. We're getting a chunk of this now. And what else do they want to do? Enclaves Incorporated, we don't have any of those yet. And Federated, which we don't have yet either. Leader experience gain or research station. We'll grab research station. And what is this? Reinforcements are en route. That guy has to wait. Encounter in Sasan. You're there. These are the Rayan regime who are already just really unfriendly. Okay, but what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay. Oh, because he was getting rid. Oh, he's getting ready to build all that stuff. Okay. Yeah. So you guys want to come over here? So they're obviously going to be the problem. Delta aliens. Somebody else in the mean people's space. So technological cost and tradition adoption cost are the only two things affected so far by sprawl. We're gonna see about that down the road. Okay, there's a bunch of research and stuff here, but we don't have what.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
New research. Fleet command limit. Yes. I do want that pop growth speed, but we need this. Obviously, because we got hostile neighbors, so.
Construction complete.
We got that down. We need growth. Growth, growth, growth. I can't wait to listen to this video back and see how it sounds, because this whole new microphone deal has been very cool. All right, come down here. So you guys, you're just making a sweep. You're just going to go there, and there, and there, and then come back up to Skorexi. You should grab this. Remember, we don't want him. Oh, we're down to 74. That's why we can't build anything. That makes sense. 19K, that's nice. 22. Everything up here is in the black, which is happy. I need more of these. I need more alloys. Now that's a thing that's got to happen. Especially if we're going to have to defend against some hostile people. These guys like us. That's good. These guys hate us, so I'm going to move my person off of them after a while. The Synthoid continuity or ancient caretakers. Oh, so we have a fallen empire over here that likes us. Oh, well, in that case, I like that. Steve, thank you for the sub, my man. Oh, so nice. I'll try to Twitch more often. It would be so much easier if my life were just a slight bit different. I really thought I was going to be able to do a lot more live streaming.
System survey complete.
But then my wife's restaurant went kaput. It didn't go kaput, actually. It's kind of incorrect to say that. Her business partner closed it because he was a prick. So
System survey complete.
that's the part that's disappointing. Because beer's awesome. I'll be sure to have one. I have to go grocery shopping after I get done doing this stream, and that's one of the things I'm going to get at. I'm completely out of alcohol, so I was sitting here playing games last night with no alcohol and feeling sad for myself. The wife is out of town for 3 days going to watch her daughter, my stepdaughter, graduate from college. And I'm home alone.
Anomaly found.
So, to be home alone with no alcohol feels wrong. We can't be lucky enough for this to be a dead end up here, we can't. It's not gonna happen. It'd be really cool if it did. But I'm not gonna bank on that. Without cat, no, I got the cats. The cats are here. The one cat has been annoying already this morning. In and out. No, I got the cats. The cats are here.
Situation log updated.
The cats are the best. And the little one, Lucy, the one who has made her presence felt the most on this channel.
Construction complete.
She had to play fetch this morning, so she begged me to play fetch.
System survey
So we did
complete.
some of that. She's got these little felt balls that are about the size of a what do you call those? My brain is completely locking up.
System survey complete.
New contact. Well then, what are you? Ruthless capitalist. Great, you're going to be the people who put all the horrible branch offices on my building. Fanatic, materialist, authoritarian. Okay. But anyway, the cat likes to play fetch, and it's pretty hilarious because you can toss that ball, and she'll just go crazy chasing it, and then she'll bring it back in her mouth and drop it at my feet. It's like, you're almost part dog. I think it's about time we grab this world here. We're at +7 for them. That's the only downside there. The Joint Expeditionary Fleet has been upgraded. Okay. You ready to go earn some more experience, boys and girls?
Scientific breakthrough
Go over here.
achieved.
Research station output. Planetary faster line inhibitors. We need those.
System
My
survey
cat is more
complete.
dog than not. Yeah, so Verge knows. Could you show the faction you're playing? Steve says I missed it. Yes, I can. So this is the faction, the Scarexis Galactic Empire. This is also up in the first episode of the video, which is on YouTube, that went out yesterday. They are governing. So for governing, we did the Shoulders of Giants for the origin, and then for governing ethics, we're egalitarian, faction unity gain, specialist pop research output. Whereas xenophiles, increase opinion from other species, except for these slaver jerks up here in the corner that hate us, and militaristic. Can use the no retreat war doctrine. For our civics, I chose warrior culture, entertainers, jobs, duelists, turn alloys into unity amenities, and naval capacity. That was one of the big things that I really wanted. And then citizen service grants access to the recruitment office, holding more naval capacity. I really wanted to have a huge army. And then for the species itself, the Scarexis, all I did was give them intelligent, and then they're just tropical reference habit. And somebody asked after the video was posted yesterday why I didn't choose any more traits. I have no idea. I made this a couple of months ago when the patch came out, and for some reason I didn't choose any more traits. So that's it. That's the whole ball of wax. But my plan was, you guys know I like to conquer the galaxy. It's just that I like to do it in a little bit more of an indirect way. Yeah. And so Steve says, see you the first time to play with these traditions. Wow, yeah. I like to conquer the galaxy, but I don't like to do it in the direct way that like driven assimilators do, or determinate exterminators to me are the most direct way of conquering the galaxy. And they're fun to do, but because you're a determined exterminator, everybody hates you early, and it can be a little hard to get a good start, so that you can kind of build the snowball effect. And with the changes to Empire Sprawl and the penalties that are going to come along, what's going to happen is the power curve gets flattened a little bit, which helps keep the not so powerful factions closer to the powerful ones for a longer period of time. So it takes longer for the snowball effect to happen. So what I usually like to do is make friends with as many different factions as I can, pick off the smaller or angry factions and snowball that way, and then when I get big, then go after everybody else who's peaceful and make them my vassals. So that was kind of the plan. We'll see how it actually pans out. I don't know that it will. I don't know if it'll work, but I wanted to see how it was going to happen. Right now, seeing this total empire size, technology cost +0, and tradition adoption cost +1%. Those are. It's going to be interesting to see how these penalties apply later on in the game, especially if we're lucky enough to like conquer a huge chunk of the galaxy. That'll be kind of fascinating to me. All right, so up here, this base, this is the big thing up here. Oh, and we're low on alloys, so that's going to be the next thing we have to do. Who is this? Sophonts of the Shroud. Within this void-born hull, our coven communes the forces incomprehensible to most mortal minds. We contemplate the secrets that lie hidden in dreams, reservoirs of untapped potential, the unseen gears driving whole civilizations. The Shroud reveals much to those who would listen. At this moment, I listen to you. What brings you to us? Do you yet know? Okay. Would you be willing to send us a teacher from your order? Mastery of the Shroud is a journey of 10,000 lifetimes. Even our most gifted teachers can claim only partial knowledge of its mysteries. Nevertheless, the wisdom is invaluable. Should you wish it, we will dispatch one to guide you. We wish to learn. Unlocks the planet decision Shroud Walker teacher. It costs us 50 influence, and I thought, wow, planetary deposit. Okay. Teachers of the Shroud. Steve says I was expecting it to end saying, "Mwahaha." Yeah, right? We wish to learn. Okay, so it's a planetary decision.
Anomaly found.
Shroud Walker modifier. Unity from jobs and unity from telepaths. And amenities 5%. Heck yeah, we're doing that. Heck yeah, I want to do that. Okay. Oh, the law. Oh, great, the lodge. Yeah. The Predators. Oh man, has anybody seen the new trailer for the new Predator movie? I am so excited about that. It looks really cool. I am kind of jacked about that whole thing. Oh, these guys are just running down here, and somebody's grabbing all this. Who is this? Oh, the Probs. The Probligators decided to go do that. Oh, well, on second thought then, you guys come back here. There's no reason that we were going to grab this. I was thinking about it, but there's no reason to do it. So why don't you come home? Why don't you go research that anomaly? Because if they're going to take this, then there's no sense in us doing anything about it. Yeah, so. By the way, Steve says, they say precursor relics should be strong and useful for every single empire. I am not promising that the Jovian Pox will be top tier for pacifists or that Psionic Archive will be the best machine relic, but they will at least have neat effects. Precursor relics should be strong and useful for every single empire. Yeah, yeah, I would agree with that. I think it should be. Whether it will be or not, I don't know. The relics that they had before, and if we go to relics, we don't have any. My feeling on the relics before is that there were a couple that were really useful and the rest were kind of like, eh. You know, but every game has this problem where they try to build special stuff and make them powerful but not overpowered, and it seems like most of the time they hedge in the direction of not being overpowered, and so you end up with legendary items and things that just aren't very legendary. I'm seeing that now as I'm replaying Far Cry 6. I'm seeing it as I play role-playing games like Pathfinder. You get these unique items that are supposed to be truly unique. And as you get them, you sit there and you think, my regular sword over here that I've been putting points into is better. This gun that I found in Far Cry, this just regular Joe gun that I'm able to add modifications to, is better than this unique gun that I can't modify. So, will they ever make all the relics useful to every empire and in such a way that you want to use them? I don't know. That's a balancing act that's really hard to do. Steve says, I remember always getting the Blade of the Huntress. You were saying meh, but Omni Codex and see, some of them were cool. I've had some of them that I use a lot, and that I was like, oh, it refreshes and you can use it now, so let's use it again. But I never felt like they were game changers or that there was something I really needed to focus on. Again, I think it's just part of gaming. I mean, I think this even goes, it's part of gaming and it's part of balancing the special things you put in your game. And this goes back to even things like class balancing. Like I think about my time playing EverQuest and some of the misguided attempts by the developers to make every class quote unquote balanced. And it's like, dude, rogues and wizards do the most damage for a reason, because they're rogues and wizards. There's no reason a cleric needs to be quote unquote balanced with a wizard. It's a cleric. Its job is to heal, is to make sure the whole team doesn't die. You know? So the idea of balancing that, the idea, if you're going to have really unique things in your game like these relics, it's going to be impossible, by the virtue of the fact that they're unique, it's going to be impossible to make them, every single one of them, appeal equally to every empire. It's a pipe dream. It's never going to happen. So, so then what do you do? That's the next question, is what do you do? Do you make the relics instead? Do you make some of the relics really powerful for certain kinds of species and certain kinds of factions? And if you are not the kind of faction that matches that relic, you're just kind of out of luck. It's like a useless relic. That's one way to go. I mean, like, I think there's one relic that's really beneficial toward, I think it might be that psionic archive you were mentioning, but I think there are certain relics that are beneficial to certain factions, certain types of races and species and stuff like that. And if you get one of those and it doesn't fit you, oh well, there's only like 1,000 more times you can play this game, right? I mean, that kind of makes it appealing to have one of those lucky games where you get the relics that actually match your empire. I mean, again, it's a thing as old as time in gaming. If you're playing a role-playing game, if you're playing Dungeons and Dragons and you've decided to poke your weapon specialization into greatsword and all you get are halberds because roll of the dice, it's just the way it is. You know, it's not. I mean, there's no omni weapon that's going to be useful to every single class in the game. You know, and some games try to do that. Like Pathfinder tries to give you a weapon that talks, that will actually change into any kind of weapon that you want to use. So if you're like, well, I use a short sword, so change into a short sword. Okay, that's kind of neat in a role-playing game, but I don't see how that even begins to fit here. So the last Bale, I remember how much I was happy when I got it. See, and that's part of the thing is, if you're going to do unique relics, you run the risk of them either being mundane and the person plays the game 3-4 times and they get the same relics every time and they're like, it's no big deal. Or if you make them really special and they're kind of rare and they're hard to come by, then when you do get it in a game, you're like, oh, wow, I finally got this one and it's super useful and it's really powerful. And it becomes a special thing, and that particular game that you're playing, that particular scenario, becomes special, and you remember it. So I'm always more for uniqueness and less about that idea of it's every relic is going to be useful for every species. I just don't think that's possible. I don't think they should even worry about that. I think that's a problem. That's inventing a problem to try to fix. And I just don't. I'm kind of like, It's not a. It's one of those. If it's not a problem, don't fix it. Things, right?
Scientific breakthrough.
All right, you are
achieved.
in a position now where you can just go. Let's see this. Go figure out what the dead end is going on there. It's not a game changer, but who doesn't like to live paradise on Earth? Starhold, yes, we're gonna need those because we're gonna have to. We are going to have to make strong up here. We're going to have to be very, very strong. We're going to make some crew quarters so that the ship can dock over here. We're down to 7 consumer goods, which is not great. I really don't want to build anything more just yet because I want to let my alloys come up because we have to build some alloys. That's actually the big thing right now.
Scientific breakthrough.
In fact,
achieved.
you can go dock over here. Fleet Supremacy, Fleet Command Limit. We're going to need that. Tile blockers. I don't think any of these tile blockers are necessary on any of these planets yet. I really wish this window would stay open when I'm clicking on this. Okay, so there's 1 toxic kelp right here. And there's 2 dense jungles. And this is what? Toxic kelp? Yes. It's only 2,500. Okay, do it. Get it out of the way. Construction ship. Yeah, you can go. Well, no. Stay here. I gotta build starbase right there. I'm worried about them leapfrogging me. It seems like if you have 2 systems adjacent, that prevents them from leapfrogging them. I don't want them to leapfrog me and go over in this direction. I do like the idea that this is a dead end over here and we could potentially, it looks like we'll be able to choke point right here or even further over here, which is really cool. So you guys are going to survey that. Cool. Cool. There's a planet over there.
Anomaly found.
Gomesia.
Construction complete.
You got an unemployed worker, and we got plenty of these. This is going to be a mining and consumer goods planet, so I haven't done any of this yet. But MC Hammer. Oh, and they're claiming more of our systems. Yeah. You guys are really doing that, aren't you? Okay. Really doing it. Alright, you go here, here, and we may have to expand in this direction and go choke it off right there at that black hole. And that would be pretty cool. Unless this roped out into a dead end in this direction, which I don't think it's going to do. I don't think we would be that lucky.
Complete.
But anything is possible. Incoming transmission from the Rackets. Okay. So you guys have robots, which is great. And they're going to need a new job soon, because how long before... Oh, yeah. They're assembling a robot right now, so... Food. And let's go build this, because I want to get the growth down. This thing. Gene clinics on every planet. Please. And this, what do we got for features here? Oh, so these can be gotten rid of. What does this one do? 1 pop is created? Ooh. Okay, I need a job first for that. Let's do this. Let's do a job. Then let's go sprawling sums. Industrial waste. Max mining. Yeah, and then do those. Great. Yeah, because we got the money. It's not like we don't have the money we can't spend on that. Here, this toxic kelp is the only thing we can take off there. Okay. I like the way this is progressing. It's very good. Things are going well. And there's an archaeological site there and some moats. Ooh, okay. Oh, and there's a bunch of stuff here. That's a nice chunk. We want to get both of these. Next, we're at 163 alloys, 292 on influence, so we can do that. These aren't a big deal. I feel like we can get these later. They're alpine worlds, arid worlds. I'd like to get some migration treaties, though. Here's the next thing we need to look at. These people who kind of like us, they're ruthless capitalists. They're going to improve relations. There's no sense improving relations with Orion because they hate us. So we're going to do that with you. What do we need to do a migration treaty? Acceptance minus 49. Okay. Well, we're going to get up there because that's going to be the next thing. We want migration treaties so that we can start using their people to colonize some of these other planets. We're egalitarians after all. I got this fleet up here, but this is not the best fleet. So I'm going to send them back to Scarexi and change them into a more balanced. That particular archaeologist site results in Blade of the Huntress, doesn't it? I believe it does. I want this number to go up into the teens before we go colonize this planet. So that's what I'm waiting on. If anybody's wondering what I'm waiting on there, that's it. Disease control.
Situation log updated.
Okay, you're doing this. This is great. It's at 5 now. That's not good. That's no good. Okay, these 2 food ones can be redone as something else because the other planets are going to handle food. So I want you to replace that with 1 industrial district and then 1 mining district.
System survey complete.
Archaeological site discovered. Robot debris. Science ship says I have a project over here to do, and then you have another one right there. And this starbase is over here doing its thing. What's it cost to do these? 50. And when can we upgrade? Not yet. We don't have the... Oh, we're just lacking. We have the tech. We just are lacking. We have been found lacking. Meneth. Meneth, my friends.
System survey complete.
Give me your gene clinics. I think once we get the next tech level up here. Yeah, once we get this done. 3 months. Probably have to call an end to this. Got to go do the whole grocery shopping, food, alcohol, eat lunch, all that stuff. Must happen. And then there will be another stream later this evening in the Pacific time zone.
Special project complete.
We'll come back to this. And hopefully there'll be a bunch of people on tonight and we can kind of party. That would be a good time.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
There we go. So there's that one. Naval capacity plus there. Oh, and we know we have these tile blockers too. We saw those somewhere. Okay, I'm going to do that. Yeah. So this is dense jungle here. These guys need amenities, but they don't have them yet. Let's build a district. Actually, you might want to build 2 of those. Meneth says I can do the toxic kelp now. Yeah, no, get rid of it. Here we go. This last one here. Faith in science. Research. Upkeep. Minus 20%. So we're going to choose the next thing. Alright. Tough decisions coming up. Encryption plus 2. Lord of War. Diplomatic weight from fleet powers at plus 25% is enough for me to want to take that. Also, claim influence would be nice. Starbase capacity plus 5 and faster than light travel technologies now appear at 1.5. Wow. That's cool. That's different. That's a change. Monthly Unity, pop amenity usage, and governing attraction. Ooh, one vision. Clear blocker costs. Unlocks the decision mastery of nature. This decision permanently increases maximum number of districts on a planet that can support by 2. It can only be performed once on each planet. I like that one a lot. Transcendent learning. Because here's what we got to look at. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, I don't really need an Ecumenopolis because Ring Worlds, I think, will take care of that. So you want Galactic Wonders and Master Builders. That's 2. Galactic Contender. We probably want that one. And Defender of the Galaxy for the Crisis. So that'd be 4. Naval capacity and fleet command limit. Might want that one. Allows us to transform worlds into Gaia planets. Shaper. That's 5. Oh, and we still need mind over matter. We still need evolutionary mastery and engineered evolution. Ooh, I'm going to save my perk then. Because there's too many I need. There's too many I need. Okay. Let's save that perk. Not spend it. I know you're just going to sit there and taunt me, but I'm not spending that. That's too many that I need. I have to absolutely have both of engineered evolution and evolutionary mastery. So that's 2. And I absolutely have to have master builders and galactic wonders. So that's 4 right there. 1, 2. So that's 4 plus this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 8 total. So then you could get 3 more.
Construction complete.
Yeah, I'm just going to save it for now.
Special project.
I might have to do some more math later and rethink that, but... You did all of those. How pretty. There's one up here. Yeah, because I gotta look at this again. Oh, because there's the other one. Xenocompatibility is really cool. Immigration pull allows crossbreeding, granting a 20% bonus to pop growth speed on any planets where they have conjoined.
System survey complete.
And then there's also still the Arcology project if you wanted it. Voidborn, which is alright. There's just too many other nice ones. Save them for later. Okay. You should grab this, because then we can do the archaeology dance there with that one. And you folks here are going to change to the balanced ones. So, upgrade the fleet.
System survey complete.
What are you finding over there? This, we're not going to be so lucky that that's a dead end, are we? I mean, that'd be kind of a miracle.
Achieved.
What's this over here? And we have it. The Blade of the Huntress. So here it is. First relic. Did they change it at all? Army morale plus 25%. Planet sensor range plus 2. It costs what? Lacking in it. So they changed it from influence to unity to use it. Yeah, they really took a lot of things away from influence and moved them over to unity. I'm not entirely disappointed with this particular change. Sublight speed plus 25%. That's the reason to use it, really. Blade of the Huntress. Yep. See, the thing to me that gets me about that one is army morale plus 25%. I would have done like army damage. I mean, morale kind of makes sense. It's like an icon for the army, but I would have made it so that like your armies, like, I don't know. I just feel like it could be better, right? Like there's so many different ways you could have made this better. Fleets do more damage. Armies do more damage. I don't know. Army morale plus 25% is kind of like, eh. Planet sensor range, eh. Sublight speed, that's cool. But it just doesn't feel doesn't feel like a relic. And it certainly doesn't feel like a game changer. It just feels like, you know. It reminds me of Despicable Me when he's Mom, I'm building a rocket to go to the moon. Thanks for the enthusiasm. Okay, research alternatives. So that's for that. That's Scarexi here, gonna build a mining district that's gonna put that person to work. There is research that should get me those last 3 building unlocks, so I'm a little bit reluctant to build any more districts there.
Construction complete.
So, you need a job. This particular piece of music that's playing right now sounds like something out of that should be like in a happy scene in Stranger Things. Although Stranger Things isn't going to have many happy scenes.
Our ships have been made superior.
Let's see. What do we need? Robots? Yeah. Our ships have been made superior, and we need people to work those food jobs because we took them and moved them off the home planet. So here, these guys are working food jobs. We're going to need the next person that gets hired is going to work that food job. Yeah. So a new faction has found its way. So who do we have here as the new faction? Council on Scientific Scholars. Science without borders. Signing research treaties with... Okay, well, we'll try. We'll try to do that. These guys have got more things. Enclaves Incorporated, Federated, and new content. Okay. Their list of demands are...
Anomaly found.
We're coming up short on those. Alright, what about you? So, way down here, this is a closed loop here. This is amazing. Research that anomaly. Research that anomaly. Research that anomaly. This is great. This is all ours. Here's the thing. It's a dead end. But there's only 2 planets in here. I'm glad that there are 2 planets instead of none, honestly. But at least there's 2 planets. But more would have been better. So... let's get that Ceramo metal armor because that'll take a whopping 4 months. That's fantastic. Look at this. It's starting to take shape. We see the different factions around here. So I really want migration treaties with everybody. These guys suck and they're at war with who?
System survey complete.
The Lagan Choose Commerce League. Okay. Well. So they're already at war with somebody. These guys are what? They are harming our relations? Oh, come on, Lagan Choose. You want to like us. I promise you want to like us. We're going to be friendly. We're going to form a federation and we're going to kick the butt of these guys. Besides, these guys are at war with you. You should be looking to me for friendship. Then I could maybe help you. What's their... Okay, espionage is what we need to do. Let's do this. We need to start getting this underway because we need to know what we're up against with them. Alright. I'm going to have to end the stream here as much as I don't want to. I'm really sad about this. I'm starting to have a good time. Plus, Steve and my folks who showed up today.
System survey complete.
Yeah, Steve and Verge. You guys are great. Thanks for showing up and asking questions and chatting and all that stuff. That makes it really fun for me. Makes it worthwhile to do the stream then. Afterburners. So, I'm sad you won't be around later tonight. Here we go. We're up for another election. I'm not going to spend points. I'm not going to spend 2,000 points. Thank you, Verge. Yes, I'm glad you were able to join too. It was awesome. None of these are bad. So, abstain. Tell me who I get. We have re-elected our ruler. Rald Mikon. I thought it said Raid, but it's Rald. I like Raid Mikon better. Raid. Yeah. So I'll be back on tonight. If you happen to be in the time zone over here where the United States is. I'm not exactly sure what time, but as always, anybody that has Twitter should be watching that because that's where I'll be posting updates. So there will be another stream. And like I said, I'll be taking these videos down and chopping them up and putting them on YouTube as part of the whole playlist. So anybody who wants to come in here and see the playlist, each episode, you'll be able to do that. Be a very, very cool thing. I'm looking forward to it. This is really interesting. It's Stellaris. It's like riding a bike, you know. It's the wind in your hair and going really fast and hoping you don't wipe out. So I got to get some trade going. I need that. We're down to 44. There's a bunch of stuff I got to do here. So it's very cool. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. As always, if you dig it, come back. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.